say that that's a strategy that a minority of men preferentially do. That's all they do. They work like 70, 80 hours a week. They go flat out on their career. They're staking everything on the small probability of exceptional status in a narrow domain.
So don't think that you're doing bad. I think a lot of the reason that we're failing at such a young age is because what the problem is for a lot of people is that there's some people out there that are exceptionally good. They have a skill that makes them exceptionally good at essentially everything that they do. Their potential for sports, for crafts, or just really for intellect in all ranges is really good if they put their mind to it. So when a human's capabilities are so good in so many diverse areas, so many sections, it's almost hard to pinpoint what exactly it is that you're best at. What do you like? Because you like to win. You like to be good at what it is that you do. But it seems that there is a plethora of different arts and things that you are good at. So you can easily find pleasure in each and every one of those things. What that does is it puts you up against people who, for one, don't have that skill. But it seems more of a handicap for you as you get older, because you realize that you do have to hone in on a set of skills and work on that thing deep into your 30s. And that seems to be the issue for people like me. If there's one thing that I've learned now in my 25s, is that life goes on, and eventually life does catch up to you. And I don't mean it in a negative way. I just mean life will continue to happen. And if you wait too long, you're going to be one of these warehouse people that used to say that you used to be what could be that could be, because time doesn't ever stop. It just keeps going. And essentially everyone needs to be in a role. I'm not specifically outing warehouse people, but since I dropped out of school, I realized that being in the actual workforce with no degree or specified knowledge in an area or subject, or being in a job that depicts and specifies a function for me based upon my educational criteria, I'm doing a job that, for one, I don't like. Two, it's just something that gives you money. But when you've done so much in a specific area, it seems like everything that you've done, it can't all just be done. It has to have a reason for why. And for like these people that I've spoken about in the past, you're able to do all these great things. That's what your 20s are for. A lot of these people don't get that opportunity because, for one, they didn't drop out. So they weren't able to explore themselves as well as what real feels like. I think that I, on the other hand, did. And not only did I get to travel and argue with people and see the bottom of the company all the way up to the top, and been at the position where I would have been at the top and then been at the bottom again, it's almost like you get a new reframing and understanding of the way that not only companies work, but the way that the world works. And the janitor is the same as the CEO. There is many, many smart people at the bottom of the food chain, but they are people like you and me. And a lot of these people, life just caught up to them. They had a family. Life caught up. It's not that they didn't choose to be that way. life does happen. Your father dies, people die, bills come up, emergency health services come up, different surgeries that you need to pay for come up in your life. And that's what I mean when I say that life catches up to you. And then one moment you're almost there, and the next moment you're not. And that's what I want to put inside of your head right now as a younger adult. Your time will come, but your time is also now. Speaking also for myself, there is no better time. I've gotten the praise. I've performed in front of audience, like on a stage, and explored the music side of things. I've been on a stage performing in front of people, and they liking my music, jumping up and down, and I've been happy drinking and partying with celebs, and that's great. I've also been in the octagon. I've had the amateur debut. I've done the hard training. Years and years of training. My body is a weapon if it desired to be. A true weapon. I've been in the octagon. I've been around the cameras, the weigh-ins, the cameras there, the face-offs, the amount of adrenaline inside, the unbelievable amount of glory when the crowd is yelling, whether it's boos or cheers, they are still there watching you. You are their sole purpose for entertainment that night. And I've experienced that. I've experienced victory in the hardest circumstances. I've been at the very bottom, and then I've been at the very top. What I'm saying is not a lot of people ever get to experience moments like that, and that's what definitively life is about. You check mark different goals, and now you start honing in on the things that need to be done, because like I said, life does catch up to you, and there is no better time than now. So go back to school, get married, whatever it may be. Trials and failures, obstacles, they mean merely nothing on the large scale time frame that you are dealing with in your life. Essentially, none of it means anything, but everything means something. And that is something that explicatively I could not really explain to you. It's just something you have to understand, and you will most likely in your 25s. So you're very young, but you also have to realize that you're an adult and you have to do things before you lose track of time. Do not let time fly by anymore. Take charge of your life and take charge of the moment, which is now. Set aside your goals and make sure that you conquer them.